Yeah, you read the title right. That was my. I did it. I'm gonna tell you how. So I remember I was up in I was like I'd say 15 going on 16. Yeah, I was in sophomore year of high school. There was this dude, alright? I sat near him in my biology class, which was a gardening class. Not gonna mention his name, not trying to be mean. And, well, not trying to get him. Uh, and anyway, this guy was like, you know, seemed pretty cool. Like, we talked about, like, some conservative stuff. I was kind of a normie conservative, neoconservative, kind of cringe back then, you know? Like, kind of pathetic. But we kind of had the same views, alright? And, me personally, I was all about, like, I just had some beef with LGBT because, I got rejected by some lesbians. Yeah, that happened. And, anyway, so I was just kind of looking at the whole transgender thing, many hundreds of genders, and we would talk about it and be like, that's so stupid. You know, talking back and forth about it, like, pfft, it's ridiculous, you know, and we vibed for a while. And then eventually I kind of just, and I remember one day he put a sticker on his head that said silent to support LGBT. That's foreshadowing, actually, and I sat behind him. Sticker said silent on the back of his hat, because he wore a hat. Funny top hat. And it was foreshadowing because, what happened? I go, and, yeah, he was hanging out with these weird LGBT kids, and I'm thinking, bro, we both agreed that those people were weird, and he's all, well, they should be able to do whatever they want, you know? Anyway, I thought one of them was cute. I did not know that she was homo, okay? I didn't even get to asking her out, alright? I just talked to her a little bit, creeped her out. Hey, I definitely did creep her out. Yeah. And anyway, I was kind of pissed off, so I looked at her one day and I pointed at her weird ass trans friends and said, next to these people, you calling me creepy. They didn't like it. And anyway, he just stopped talking to me. That's the foreshadowing. He was silent every time I was around him, just wouldn't talk to me and nothing. And I think by me insulting his good friends and doing that, it kind of pushed him to be more LGBT because sort of an act of rebellion from our connection. The thing we had in common was making fun of LGBT, you know. I mean, we weren't transphobic or homophobic or anything. We just thought it was like not something that should be like being pushed, and we didn't think there should be like a ton of different weird genders and stuff. But anyway, then I find out a little while later, like a few years later, after all that, because I remember I did talk to him a few times when he was still a guy back in senior year. No, sophomore year. I mean, junior year. And so we talked for like a minute, and I was trying to tell him I'm not like that anymore. It's funny, his friends actually still like me. I still keep in contact with one of them, which is great. But now at this point in time, I haven't seen him, and I knew this one guy who actually lived with him at his house, alright? And the dude's a girl now, you know? It was one of my friends. I feel kind of bad about that. But I do believe that I am what caused him to become trans, you know? And I do believe that my act of microaggression towards the transness and LGBTness back in sophomore year is what set him on a slippery slope going into that direction. Because he pretty much ended up that way, and he seemed like a normal dude when I first met him, but who knows? I mean, he did wear like a long black trench coat made out of leather, you know, pretty cool. Sometimes. Surprised he didn't whip out a gun and shoot me. I thought he was mad because I drew a picture of him that said he looked like Howard Stern, and it was really funny. I think that's what pissed him off, but I realized it was actually the other thing that pissed him off, the whole trans LGBT thing. And yeah, I ended up making a guy turn trans by accident. Uh, I really believe I did that because he was mad at me. I feel like in some way he was subconsciously getting back at me for, like dissing him. you know. It's funny though because I don't really care. So, uh, he doesn't. Between you and me, I don't think he makes a very pretty girl, but that's just me. I wouldn't date him. Don't tell anybody. I'm not trying to get my ass beat. Nah, I could